constituições de diferentes países têm diferentes visões sobre liberdade de expressão, né? A Constituição americana, com a primeira emenda, é muito diferente da brasileira, por exemplo, em que a liberdade de expressão está prevista, mas há a tipificação penal para crime de injúria e difamação. Então, temos a liberdade de expressão desde que ela não fira outra pessoa. Com base nisso, eu queria perguntar se no YouTube, como vocês estão lidando com conceitos de liberdade de expressão muito diferentes em países muito diferentes. Primeiro ponto, vocês têm equipes que estão tratando disso localmente? Eu sei que vocês estão no Brasil, mas são mais de 100 países. Como que isso acontece? Vocês têm equipes para lidar com isso internamente? Essas equipes falam os idiomas locais, o que é importante para entender até como vive cada sociedade onde vocês estão presentes?
Yes. So when it comes to global platform versus local context, to your first part of the question, YouTube is available in over 100 countries, 60 languages, and that means many different local contexts around harmful content, around misinformation, also many different languages that our teams have to understand, and we do have reviewers that assess content in all of those countries in languages, meaning that they're able to understand the context of the dialect, for example. We're of course here in Brazil, where Brazilian Portuguese matters. A country like India, where there are dozens of languages, we have a big focus on that as well, and it applies around the world. And we look at it from a few different perspectives. The first is when it comes to the policies themselves. Because we're global, we think it's really important to have the same global standards. We don't create any policy or have any specific set of rules or approaches that are specific to any country individually. Meaning, if we're applying a policy or an approach here in Brazil, we're applying the same policy in Japan or Korea or France or the US. And that means for us that we have to understand when we are creating a policy or a way to address misinformation, we're doing that in a way that we can apply across many languages and countries. And one example of how we do that is because so much content is uploaded to YouTube every minute, we do have a number of layers of review that go into that process. So to give you some more specifics around that, humans are, of course, really important to this process because they can help us make sense of what's happening and provide the local context and the expertise. And we have teams internally that are experts on these topics that we work very closely with every day. Those teams then help us craft the overall approach or the policies that we then apply globally. And then we train systems. We use machine learning technology that allows us to proactively identify content that might potentially cross the line and review it. Because so much content is uploaded all the time, it would not be feasible for us to review everything immediately. Instead, our systems help us do that at much greater scale. So to go back to the number I was mentioning earlier, with over the course of the Brazilian election, the 10,000 videos that we removed, of those 10,000 videos that we removed over the course of the election here, 84% of those videos that we removed had less than 100 views. So we were removing the content much earlier than the point at which it went viral or many people had a chance to view it. And we actually measure ourselves on that. We have a metric internally that we refer to as violative view rate, which is the percent of views that are happening on content that was ultimately removed from YouTube at some point. And that helps create the right mechanism internally within YouTube for us to understand how quickly are we identifying content that should be removed and getting it off of YouTube before people watch it. Because of course the harm comes when people are actually watching it, and many people are watching it. So we want to get it identified and removed fast. And that's how we're measuring our team's success, is how quickly can we identify the narrative or the concern, then detect it in videos, and then remove it from YouTube. And we're doing that across countries and languages at the same time.